Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome with me, Alpha Omega, and Rome. So, today we are, well, maybe we're gonna go into a war, I'm not sure at this point, but we are going to focus inwards. After the atrocities that were the Etruscan War, we need to look if we have any remaining pain points, and I know of a couple. So let's just go over them quickly so that you know what I mean, and we can take it from there. So our biggest pain point right now is the city of Turia. Or Turi. I think Turi is Turi. The city of Turi is starving. There's not enough food to go around. It's middle of summer and yet they still have no food. Now this is a mechanic that I absolutely hate, and there is really nothing we can do with it, because if we had any kind of trade route here, I could import food and maybe save the city. But because it doesn't have any trade route and we don't own anything in the province of Brutium, the city is pretty much left to its own devices, which means the pops are gonna starve and die. Some of them are gonna move away, but there's not much we can do. The only thing that we can actually do is conquer more land, so there's more food to go around. Again, I consider this to be moronic at best, but that's what it is, and considering Paradox kind of abandoned the game, I don't think this mechanic is ever going to change. So what we can do is we can declare war on Brutium, take the rest of, declare war on Syracuse for the province of Brutium, take it and feed our people. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this last time when I started the claim on Lingonia, and we do not have enough political influence. I'm gonna still do it and still attack them and take the rest of this, because this was historically Roman territory before the first Punic Wars that were connected with the, they were basically the war over Sicily, but there's nothing we can do at this point, and I suspect that by the time we actually take the rest of the territory, this is going to be done. Still, the city's population capacity will then increase back to what it's supposed to be, which is something, I suspect like 40, 44, something like that. And people will move back, so we'll fix the situation down the line. But for now, there's nothing we can do. Another thing that we actually need to address is the cost of forts. Now, we do have a really good economy right now. We're taking in 16.48 gold per month, which is great, but there's still a little bit more that we could do. Now, when you look at the border provinces, we don't really have any issues with that. These are actually fine. But as we move deeper, there will be some places like this area where we do have forts over the limit, and they're increasing the cost. And they are now so deep within our territory that I do not feel bad about actually deleting some of these forts, because they serve no purpose anymore. So we can delete this fort. We don't have any excess. Actually, we do have excess forts here, but this is so close to the border that I'm actually going to keep it. So we have like a secondary ring of forts here to stop any incursions. Rome is fine. We do know about those forts. We've actually dealt with that. Alright, here I think we could delete the fort in Saticula. Here it's fine, and this is basically border. Alright, so we deleted some of the forts, which means that our income is now 17.06, so we're getting even more money, which is great. I also wanted to look at our characters a little bit. This is our first consul. He's now our Pontifex Maximus. He's ailing, unfortunately, so he's not long for this world, but he's wise, selfish, loving. And he has 3 friends and 2 rivals. Man, this guy is living his life to the fullest. He even has a 3-year-old child. Man, you had a child at 66. Your wife is 21 years old. Dude. Man, this guy is living the high life. How about, you don't have that much wealth, but I think you're the elder of an entire family. You really are the man. You definitely brought glory to Rome. Publius Sempronius Severia, I think, was his co-consul. His loyalty is unwavering, pretty much. He has a little bit of a... Wait, we can see his power base over here. Are you the head of the family? Yes, you are a head of the family. You will be missed. You are healthy, lazy, rash, cautious. You're currently our researcher. I don't think we need to track you anymore. But we'll keep Publius Sempronius Sophus here. I want to know what happens to him. Publius Claudius Severia is our young governor of Magna Graecia. Alright, and we now have also another governor here that we gave the command to last time. An old and wise man, Lucius Postumius Magellus. We're 67, but he's actually really good. Very good martial, very good finesse. Neither one is excellent, but both are great. His loyalty is also pretty good. He doesn't have such a high power base, but that's fine. He is very rich. He has no family, no children at all, no spouse, no friends, no rivals. This guy is arrogant, sarcastic, and an original thinker. He has a perfect health at 67 years old. Interesting. Well, we'll see what's going to happen to him. Alright. So with that said, we are integrating Marcia, which is a 2-province minor that we have here. It's basically an independent province. It's going to give us 20 Roman pops. Once we're going to be done with it, we're going to move to Pelignia. Actually, what I could do here is I can start... What's the relation? Am I blind? Oh, wait. No, it's not. Wait, what? Here, relation. I'm blind, really. So let's improve relations with Pelignia, and once we're done with you, we are gonna start. Integrating you. Then we're gonna look at Aternum, integrate them, and then last but not least, we're gonna integrate Frentania. Is it Frentania? Yes, Frentania. Which will pretty much clear... Oh, and then we have Umbria here as well, which we will need to deal with. Alright, they lost most of their hate against us, so that's fine. So we'll go and integrate all of these. Because, I mean, it is, from the game standpoint, it is much better to actually have them as vassals, because they give you way... Each one of these can raise 2,000 men, which will never happen if we have them integrated. Not at this point anyway, but I just feel like historically we should clear them out. I have also started the mission to approach the Greeks. I think that's... Okay, let me just sidestep here. Historically in 280, the Pyrrhic War started when Epirus invaded Roman territory. It was because the king that was ruling the Epirus at that point, which is not Menon Megaclid, so the original Pyrrhus has died somehow. I don't know why. Was he your father? I don't think we can see his father. This guy? No, okay, I was looking at a province or something. Alright, so here's Pyrrhus. So he invaded Rome, trying to gain more territory for himself, but he was repelled. When that happened, Rome basically had a sigh of relief, and it was free to do what it wanted with Magna Graecia, which was the original reason for the invasion. All of the city-states that were there were under Epeiroid protection. But because there are none left, I guess we will never see that happen, because somehow we circumvented that, and when Epirus actually declared war on us, they were almost alone. That was a really weird thing, but I think what the game would usually do is that once you attack any of these city-states, Epirus will get involved. So yeah, we kind of circumvented that, so I guess not much to say about that. But so the Pyrrhic Wars are not gonna get... And they're not gonna happen, basically. Which leaves us with the option to actually invade them, or move on to the First Punic War, which was over the domination or the dominance in Sicily against Carthage. So we'll see how that's gonna go. But I feel a little bit all over the place. I apologize if I'm jumping from topic to topic. I need to put my thoughts in a row. My ducks in a row, as they say. Storied Elea. Elea is home to Phoenician. I thought it was Phoenicians, but Phocaeans who fled from Cyrus of Persia. Oh yeah, so that's a different ethnicity. And who founded the Massalian colonies, including Zeno, famed for his paradoxes. They have fallen from greatness, but that will make our offer all the more tempting. We must decide how we wish to approach the question of Elean cooperation. Alright, so that's about this city then. So we can demand a bow to Rome, which will make them a tributary, or we can try to bribe them, or offer them privileges if they accept our protection. Or on a second thought, I think we're just gonna demand a bow to Rome. They have no protection whatsoever at this point, I think. Response from Elea. Oh, okay, so they decided not to, which means we can actually declare war on them and take them down. So I'll let them finish their Willow Aqueduct and then we're gonna annex them. Because at this point there is no reason for us to have any independent city-states around us. I was actually thinking we have a free ally slot because we are now a great power, and I cannot get an alliance with Insubria, but we can get one with Veneto, which is an Italic tribe basically. So let's offer them an alliance, they will accept it, and we'll have an ally in the north, which is good. Baltasaric major power of Neuria wants to import cloth, sure. And we can make an omen. We do have a lot of aggressive expansion, so it might be a good idea to sacrifice to Jupiter, but we're not planning any major wars at this point anyway, and we don't really have... I mean, the decrease of stability is nasty. It's actually a pretty bad one. So, you know what, let's go with an omen to Jupiter so we mix it up a little bit. It's gonna drop a little bit faster. Not that it would be really necessary. It's not anything that would, you know, anything that would be that pressing, but still it's a pretty good idea. Alright, I actually wanted to show you something that I noticed yesterday. So the biggest cities that we have is Rome, Veii and Ostia, which we will continuously develop. But it's kind of interesting that the next biggest city is Pisa, all the way in the north. I was kind of interested in seeing that. It is a very large city for the fact that there's only 2 buildings. The conversion here is not really going very fast, but I think we are still going to build the next Grand Theater over here. It's not that expensive. And then we're gonna start focusing on Rome, because we need to import more food here. We really need to. So we'll need more marketplaces. We'll finish that port in Ostia, the 3rd one. And that should start giving us a little bit more trade routes, because each of the marketplaces actually give you a little bit of a bonus to trade routes. Yeah, base point 1 and 2. Did I just delete? I just deleted the marketplace here, didn't I? I'm such a moron. God damn it. I misclicked. I don't know why I clicked. Yeah, there's no prompt. Once you right click, it just goes away. Jesus Christ. Well, they give you a little bit of a trade route here. My God, this is not a good day for recording, guys. I don't know what's going on. You want to import stone, do that, and you want to import stone, that's fine. So, marketplaces give you bonuses, and ports give you bonuses. They don't give you the percentage bonus, but they give a much larger bonus to the base trade routes. So, we're gonna focus on that once we finish building the Grand Theater up in the north. Is this still... No, it's the border province of Cisalpine Gaul. Okay. So that is not a bad idea, actually. We'll start spreading our Roman heritage up into the north. Slaves of Vicentium are revolting. Is that an actual army that's gonna raise? No. Oh no, there is. Okay, there's a rebel army. Harsh treatment and a high number have led the slaves of Byzantium to rise against their masters. They demand that they be granted their freedom and that their former masters be punished. Word of this revolt is spreading quickly and is inspiring hope and courage in some, and fear for life and property in others. If a slave can easily overthrow his master, then no free man is safe. So wait, where are they? Oh, here, alright. I mean, we do have a fort here, but why is... Ignore garrison. Oh yeah, I get that. Alright. So let's just raise our levies in Rome, which further decreases the food here. That's not great, but we don't really have much of a choice. We need to put them down as quickly as possible. Yeah, we don't need to deal with the forts, we'll just take them down. But yeah, this just makes the... Oh hey, we just gained a trade route. I don't know why, probably because of the population. Let's import more grain. We need more food here. We'll need to get at least 2 more trade routes here. So go, my friends. Punish these fools for their insolence. And you guys are still starving. Alright, so yeah, they don't have any leader, so this is super easy battle to fight. Alright, they're retreating, but we don't know where. Oh, just one province. Alright, so we'll eliminate them here. That should be fine. A pretty quick one. And we are no longer importing livestock from Thracia, really? And we've eliminated them. Alright, so that was really quick. A little bit of a waste of food. I just want to demonstrate that, you know, we have, what, 175 food here. These guys have 222, but if I disband them, none of that food goes back to the province. So that is something that you really need to keep in mind, as it's not great. So hold on, what province that? The Necropolis actually has... The Necropolis actually has only one... And Valis Arni also. I automated the trade, guys. I thought that you would get the imports, exports done. Slay Revolt defeated. We have brought an end to the host of masterless slaves haunting our country. Their leaders and all the slaves that had risen against their masters are now once again in chains. Concerned citizens are calling for harsh punishment to make an example out of this group, preempting future revolts. Others argue that such harsh treatment would not solve the issues of mistreatment that ignited the revolt in the first place. We must make an example of them, or let us show leniency. Well, historically, Romans really crushed their revolts pretty dramatically, but it was mostly about the... I mean, the further you get in the history of Rome, the more strict they become. There were some pretty interesting legendary lenient acts in the early antiquity. So let's show us leniency, and if they actually do revolt again, we will no longer be as lenient. So which provinces you get free? You get 1 out of 3. Alright, so... Oh man, you also need a lot more food. So let's import that. Just to make sure. And there was another one that didn't have Valis Arni. You're in the north. And you're... I mean, it's March, but... Let's just import more food, guys. Food is always a safe bet, because you never really know... Yeah, you never really know if you're doing good or not until it's too late. Sure, import iron. Destroy Italian allies. Oh, you know what I shouldn't have done? I shouldn't have dropped that army. We could have just marched against Elea and took it. Now we have wasted all of that food. Well, never mind then. I mean, you get to live another day. We'll come after you eventually. Do they have any Romans? No, they don't, so it's not like we're losing anything. But the city itself is really nice. That's gonna be a major city down the line. It's developed very well. Alright, 175. We're no longer importing precious metals. We should be importing precious metals. Why aren't we? Import. So wait, are we now importing 2? Yeah, there's a bug that sometimes... Yeah, now we're... Okay, it sometimes shows you incorrectly your import routes. I don't know why that's happening. It's just something that the game does. Unruly subjects. Etruria loses opinion of us. I mean, they can hate us as much as they want, but as long as they are... And we're gonna have to defend them eventually against Sardinia, which is now under the yoke of Carthage. And this area is actually not colonized at all, so they can spread their influence, at which point we can integrate them if we want to. Which is gonna be a long route, but we'll get the province peaceful, which I kinda like. Alright, it's July. We can now start building the Grand Theatre here. So let's do that. It doesn't early start into Cisalpine Gaul, but it's gonna be good. Where are we gonna build the next one? I know that we discussed that Rome is gonna be the next place to develop, to get developed. Pisa, which is this one, yeah. 49. It's actually the second biggest city in our territory. Capua actually has it. I think we've built it there. Yep, the conversion is going smoothly there. So the next one would be Tibur. Oh, that's also next to Rome. Alright, so but these ones have really high Roman pop, so that is a, wow, Rome is actually expanding. We need to, so okay, so we need to develop all of these 5 provinces. That makes it a little bit harder. Okay, we have a claim on Arminium. So the next one is Canusium, which is a really good one. Alright, so this one is the one that we're gonna build the next one in. Part of Magna Graecia. I would really like it to Aeternum. Yeah, these cities are very small though, so it seems a little bit like a waste to do this. I mean, we're spreading the Roman culture everywhere on its own, so even if we don't develop that, it's fine. You want to import iron from our province, I'm fine with that. Alright, so next, a port in Ostia. Then we are going to build... Wow, Rome is way over capacity now. Jesus, what's the... Migration attraction? Yeah, overpopulation minus 16. Jesus. Yet still people move in. Precious metals from Valis only, sure. I think we might want to build another marketplace. Well, actually we don't want to build a marketplace. I think I'm gonna build an academy in Rome next, because that gives you a big bonus to the happiness of your nobles. And as such is a really good one. And I mean, nobles are really happy, but they generate research points, so keeping them as happy as possible is a good idea. It also increases the noble desired ratio, so we'll have more nobles here. Marble, sure. Get all of the marble you want. So okay, Ostia can build the port now, which is what we wanted. We'll have to think about building a navy soon. And Rome is gonna get the academy next, which is surprisingly cheap. They should probably get the academy, the Grand Theatre as well. That's gonna pretty much max out the happiness for many of these guys, and it's gonna speed up the conversion. How are we doing on culture? Oh, nice. We've overtaken Etruscans as the dominant culture again. Awesome. That's great news. Sure. How's the armies looking? Wow, still no difference. Damn, the population is spread out so thinly that it doesn't really help us much. Alright, so that's it. It's still starving, but now we have enough political influence. I actually forgot to deal with that. So let's fabricate a claim on Brutium here. How are you doing? I suspect that city is pretty much depopulated now. Yeah, half of the extra population moved out. Yeah, by the time we're done with it, it's gonna be over. Our client Marcia has long upheld Roman ideals in a fair and even-handed manner. It is a matter, of course, therefore, that their eventual integration into the state is to be cause of jubilation. The Marcian elite has been instrumental in facilitating this union, and many are hoping to find a place within our government. Yeah, let us welcome them all. I don't mind that. You get these events for people that can join you. Oh, we've actually already... Nice! So we have just integrated them. Cool. So now we have 446 Roman pops, which finally bumped us up to 35 regiments from Italia. Good, good, good. So we are now improving relations with you guys, right? Pavignia, yes. And once that is up to max, we can integrate you. Unfortunately, you have only 2 Roman and 23 Siberian pops, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's part of Italia, so eventually it's going to be beneficial for us. Italy is starting to look really nice. We could go into war against Armenian, but I really want to address the situation of food in Rome. It's so right now. It's not dropping anymore, I think. But we really need way more food here. I don't want to cancel any of these, because they are actually very beneficial, but we need to build more of everything. A petitioner approaches. A senior citizen by the name of Lucius Cornelius Scipio approached our consul in private to this meeting. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future in which he was found by his loved ones, having been ritually sacrificed. With shaking hands, he offered all his worldly goods to the state in return for our protection. How awful, we shall take good care of him. I mean, I'll take the money, we really need that. So let us build the academy here, and we are going to build... We're going to build a couple of marketplaces in Veii, because they help with conversion of the pops. Actually, we wanted to build the Grand Theater, did we? Yeah, but we need to look into those. I'd be happy. I mean, we could sacrifice the livestock. That one isn't giving us that many benefits. Is the omen expired? Oh, it is. Alright, I was wondering why our stability is increasing so little. Alright, well, no major war in this episode, but in the next one we are going to go after Lingonia. And we are going to go after Elea. I might actually just raise the... Oh, nice! Magna Graecia now has 7 regiments, and Cisalpine Gauls got 4. Which would be enough to take down you. Alright. Alright, it actually makes sense. So let's raise you guys and you guys. And just have united in Paestum. And you're gonna attack Elea. They won't be able to raise more troops. You have pretty decent marshals, so even if they have a great marshal, you'll be able to take them. Grand Theater has been finished, so the conversion is now 0.74. The unrest is insane. Damn, we really need to improve this stuff. I mean, we tripled. Wait, I think it's gonna recalculate now, right? No, that's the final one, 0.75%. Well, it's still better, but Jesus. Natahonic region. State religion culture. Yeah, it's never gonna get above 1%. But you know, we'll get one every what, 10 years or so. That's still pretty good. They want to import wine. Be my guest. It's going well. Alright, Rome still doesn't have enough, so let's build another port over here, and we're gonna start building those marketplaces in Veii. Now we actually want. I said I want the Grand Theater, but let's start with 2 marketplaces because we really need to bump up that food production. Alright, and you guys will attach to each other. And we can declare the war on the treacherous Eleans who have refused us when all that we wanted was a little bit of tribute. Yeah, you guys want like this. Yeah, they were eliminated. Alright, now it's just a matter of siege. We don't really have that much food in these armies, but they're very small, so it's gonna be fine. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for joining me. I enjoyed this. In the next episode, we're gonna finish up the issues that Rome has with food. Hopefully, we'll see how we're gonna do after this winter. If it's higher than 175, we are doing good and doing better. And with an extra trade route, it could be fine. Let me just pop up that marketplace already, and we'll see. If not, we'll need to probably cancel the wife stack. The promotion speed is very good, but it's not necessary, so we can get rid of that, import 2 more units of grain, and then we can go and attack Syracuse. But there really isn't anything here that we can do. These guys are really starving. That sucks. We even lost the building here, unfortunately, because it's based on your population, but the city is falling into disrepair. Not much we can do with it. Oh. We'll address it soon enough.